Australia is a culturally and linguistically diverse nation. Across Australia, around 25% of primary and secondary school students learn English as an additional language or dialect. We have chosen to create a resource that focuses on onset and rhyme. Our resource is based online and we created it using PowerPoint. The focus was on onset and rhyme as we believe this is fundamental to the English language. The language modes incorporated in our resource include reading, viewing, listening, speaking, and writing. The aim of our resource is to assist students in their ability to decode words when reading and spell words when writing. The format of our game is an interactive game matchup and write activity. We are targeting this at a student who is in the emerging phase and in the foundational year to year 2.
So Olivia and I have designed a game that we called Sight Word Match that is aimed for students in the emergent phase of learning as an additional language. In today's example, we have created it in 2 first languages, being Spanish and French, but it is a versatile game that can be altered to include any first language. Our first example is designed for students whose first language is Spanish. We created the instructions in both English and Spanish so students can draw on their first language to assist them in learning English as a second language. So for the instructions of the game are that the students need to match the onset in the first column with the rhymes in the second column. Once they have done that, they need to match each word with the corresponding picture. Then the students need to align the correct Spanish translation of the word in the same row. And finally, the students listen to the English version of the word and match it. Here they are also asked to repeat the English translation of the word aloud. So I'll give you a little demonstration. So as you can see, there is more onsets than there are rhymes, and some of these onsets don't match up. So you need to go through first and they'll have to match them up and eliminate the ones that don't. So G and IT does not make a word, so we'll delete that. TH and IT does not make a word, so we'll delete that. SIT is a word, sit, so we'll put it there. And then we'll go PIT, pit, word, FIT, fit, QUIT, quit, VIT, that's not a word, KNIT is knit, and SPIT is spit. So then we need to go through and match the pictures. So sit, so that's already there, sit. Pit would be this one. So we'll put that there. That'll go there. Oh, don't move that one. Fit. And like that. Now the students listen to the Spanish translation. Perfect. So that is from my memory. I don't speak Spanish, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's pit. We'll swap it like that. And then finally they go to the repeat after me section.
It, pit.
So they'll need to move them around to fit.
It, sit.
Like that. And then the students are asked, so when they listen to that, it, sit, they'll say it back, it, sit. Once the students have completed that, they can go on to the write it stage where they use the drawing tool to write out the words that they've just created. So we go here, and it's not expected that the writing is going to look neat, but it's just to get them familiar with the letters and the words and spelling. So we've got S, I, and T, and so on. And then we've also shown you the example in French with different rhyming words, and you can extend this and you can do it in multiple languages.
As Bella mentioned, our focus was on onset and rhyme. Teaching students about onset and rhyme helps them recognise common chunks within words. This can help students decode new words when reading and spell words when writing. One thing we noticed when we were looking through various resources was not many resources incorporated aspects of English and their first language, or language 1 and language 2. They rather just focused on English, so we wanted to use this in our resource as we believe this is fundamental to learning another language. Our resource meets every aspect of our developed criteria as we carefully considered this when we were developing our resource. Firstly, our resource is multimodal, as it uses modes such as speaking, listening, writing, reading, and viewing. Secondly, it addresses syllabus outcomes such as EN1 3A, EN1 5A, and EN1 12E. Thirdly, it is engaging for the students, capturing their attention through the use of visual cues, and it is carefully laid out. We also have a learner target, and our resource is aimed at an emerging English learner. Finally, it focuses on Language 1 and Language 2 by using them in collaboration to assist the student in understanding words and concepts. Here are the outcomes from the New South Wales syllabus that we found related to our resource. We also use the EALD progressions to identify who our resource should be targeted at, as they provide broad descriptions of the language characteristics of English language learners within each of the 4 phases. We chose the emerging phase as our resource requires explicit teaching and the students have a growing knowledge of print literacy. Finally, thank you for listening.